Every tower breeds its own legend, underlining the architectural purpose. All towers are wizards' towers, just as all bridges have a troll underneath. Energetically, poetically, the legend captures the vortex conjunction that a tower centralizes and gathers to itself. The spirit of the tower is anthropomorphized, summoned into existence. Towers, since the beginning of civilization, have served a wide variety of functions. As a beacon and lighthouse, such as the Pharos of Alexandria, one of the 7 wonders of the ancient world. A magic mirror at the top reflected light during the day, and a balefire lit the sky at night. In China, the porcelain pagoda was a Buddhist temple and reflected the rays of the sun, while at night 140 lanterns shone like a second moon, as chains of bells hanging from the many roofs sang in waves. Towers that keep track of time, like the Tower of the Winds, whose original purpose was to track the hours with a clepsydra and a sundial, but whose architect included a wind vane which would point to one of the 8 directional wind gods. The Dragon Belfry of Ghent overlooks the city as a guardian. The bell tower is named Roland and announces victory with its toll. There are towers to reach the heavens like the Tower of Babel, towers to the gods and symbols of victory such as Qutb Minar, cathedral towers and bell towers like Yajuralda in Spain, the West Tower of Laon Cathedral in France, and Giotto Tower in Florence, Italy, and the Round Tower of Ardmore Cathedral in Ireland. Obelisks and monuments, grave markers for kings such as Ezana of the Aksumite Empire of ancient Ethiopia. There are cell towers and water towers, towers that sing like the carillon in the Bach Tower Gardens in Florida, towers that were prisons, towers that watched, towers that send radio waves. There were Christian ascetics called stylites who lived on towers, fasting, praying, and preaching. The pervasiveness of towers and all their hundreds of roles work fundamentally the same, as a vortex concentrating all its energy to the top. Such a vortex attracts lightning, which is a common occurrence for almost all towers, especially ones with a spire. The symbology of the Tower Tarot card recounts all of this imagery. The most archetypal tower is one of a wizard whose tower allows for him to gather his magical powers and a laboratory for his experiments in alchemy. In order to reach the top room or belvedere of a tower, one must ascend the spiral staircase. Staircases alone create an odd type of vortex. To understand this, let us first take an empty space. Although it cannot be seen, energy in many forms is diffuse through the room. Light waves, airflow, magnetic fields, and electromagnetic waves, currents of sound, vibrations and resonance from the earth and sun, and so on. Now in this room a box is placed, and the box creates a displacement point. The flow of energy in space-time now wraps around, which immediately attracts any visitors to the room. The box is the center area of the room and offers the most interesting experience. Decorate and furnish the room further, and many such points are wrapping and bending and centering around the room, depending on the shape, color, material, position, orientation of each object, and how each object plays off and is placed in relation to another within the room. One can stand in any room and contemplate these effects and rearrange things to fill out the sort of energy in a room one may wish to foster. Certain ideas, creative projects, dreams, productivity, in other words, the states of mind one can utilize, the vortexes of the room interacting with your own vortex can be customized, used up, and changed. For example, writing or drawing in a room for such a long time can exhaust the vortex, leading to a hiatus of ideas. Rearranging the room or working in a different space for a while can restore it. Depending on the function of the room, chaos may help, or organization, simplicity, or busyness. Each piece of furniture also creates new room. A blank wall has little space, despite nothing occupying it. Add in a bookshelf or a drawer, and the space fractally expands. Now there are pockets of new space, large and small, which the vortex also swirls and wraps around and into. Everything, even the smallest trinket, has an effect. Now, on the subject of stairs, take a basic room, usually a hallway, and fill it with stairs that ascend to another floor. The flow of energy, the fractalizing vortexes, takes on a bouncing shape as it follows the width and depth of each step. The vortex pull increases downward in the case of most stairs. It makes climbing stairs more exhausting as you go against a stronger gravity, one that tugs on your own field as it collides and tangles with the stair vortex. This also makes going down a staircase faster, sometimes to the point where if one forgets to watch their step and loses their orientation of whether they are stepping on another rung or reaching the bottom, may induce a free fall effect. Under disorientation or depressive states and weakened or distracted hearts, the vortex can cause a strong enough pulling that an accident of falling down stairs occurs. The overall shape and material of the staircase, along with the width and depth of each step, may reverse this flow. In some cases, the energy is ascending, which makes walking up the stairs light and easy, and walking down the stairs heavy and draining. Stairs are full of anomaly because of this vortex effect, so much so that they are one of the most common themes in horror and thrillers of the paranormal and spiritual. From the experience of childhood, we recognize subconsciously the weirdness and excitement that something may be lurking at the bottom of the stairs or the top of the stairs or underneath the stairs. They are threshold structures in a building or outdoor space. The vortex adds to the transition effect of leaving one world behind and entering another. It's the difference in worlds between the two planes and the role of the portal in limbo that the staircase serves. Staying low and climbing the stairs on all fours makes for an almost effortless flight, whereas standing tall can be draining as each foot is entering and exiting the step vortex, like wading through water. Stairs can be summarized as inherently possessing the quality of the abnormal, the occult, or the extra-mundane, due mainly to their effects on the vortexes. A spiral staircase is even more peculiar. A spiral staircase in a tower leads to a truly paranatural event. The spiral stair effect induces this tourbillon, or top vortex phenomena. The vortex spins in an upward whirlwind to the topmost room of the tower. Here the gravity and energy flow gathers and becomes quite bizarre. This effect, added to the lightning spire, leads to a powerful convergence of energy, concentrated to the top room in the tower, almost like a battery or force field. The tower room has separated from the normal behaviors of the universe and space-time. Here it is, the wizard can perform alchemical work that defies expectations and conventional possibility, ones that are difficult to recreate without such a powerful vortex pillar. Experiments in mysticism, knowledge, and power are all heightened and peculiar in towers. Normal laws simply don't apply in a tower the way they do in other spaces because of the vortex of energy that is created by them. Assuming one has the aptitude to mingle the vortex, allowing for the tower field to harmonize with their own. The tower is a nexus of creation and destruction, wisdom, liberty, and ambition. The power that is born from a tower with a spiral staircase has captured the imagination of humans for millennia, just as the wizard in the tower conjures the imaginative forces of the universe to control the elements of light and dark, fire and water, earth and wind. The vortex of each tower with its spiral staircase merges the cosmos and the earth together, a place where time works differently, where secrets are revealed and hidden again, where laws break down and the void slips into reality. Every vortex has its own legends, and every tower has its wizard.